Dear Jordan Maxwell, thank you very much for your extreme contribution to humanity. It's been more than half a century. It's very impressive and it's very excellent. Especially like one of your new ones, this about the Vatican and the Catholic Church, and so what is really going on and where the hidden dimension in world's affairs is, and so, and what is really going on in the Vatican, and so. I have this important message for you as well, because you are in contact with a lot of people all over the world, and you have a lot of channels, and so. And I want to talk about something which you could say is a kind of religion as well. Because I might even call, electrosmog from the wireless society and from all our high technology, and so the side effect or the negative influence coming from it, which is called electrosmog. Electrosmog is actually a kind of astral energy, you can say, and it's manipulating people, and it's possessing people, and so, and it's doing a lot of bad things to the consciousness in humanity, and therefore you might say that electrosmog is a sort of religion too. I cannot remember if I did send you this DVD called Switching of the Brain, or perhaps also the interview with Professor Ola Johansson about what the negative side effects are, but I don't know. I thought about sending the DVD Switching of the Brain. I hope I did it, because what is really happening when people become switched is actually they become locked into a certain frequency, you can say, or their minds become separated. The two brain hemispheres become separated, and that's actually kind of what religion also are doing. We are being locked into dualism. We are being disconnected from what we truly are, from our higher self connection, from God, from the divine, and we are being locked into the matrix, or into the third dimension, the so-called physical reality, with a lot of thinking. But we are not sold, you can say. Our words are not sold. We don't speak from soul. We speak from a little intellect, actually. The switching state is actually also the basis for mind control, so it's an excellent tool, actually, to switch people if you want to control them, because then they will only be so-called half-brains. When people are in the switching state, they become dependent. They become get an addiction to manipulation, lies, and perversions. So therefore, it's very, very difficult for all of us to make people really understand and people to take action, because most of humanity is actually switched today. We have 4.6 billion mobile phone users on the planet, and more are coming, and we have wireless installation almost everywhere today, and mobile masts are being built everywhere, and therefore it's so important that we enlighten most people about this switching. And what I'm going to show you now is actually 3 easy exercises that all people can do, and they are free, and they actually help the brain extremely, and we become much more clarity, we become much more our integrity back, we become like a whole, we function much better, and we become more energy, and our consciousness can rise and increase all the time when we remember to do these de-switching exercises. A lot of people have wireless installations in their own homes, and a lot of people today are having a lot of psychological and emotional problems. But the funny thing is that when people they become aware about these things and remove the wireless stuff and do the de-switching exercises, as I will show you now, actually they begin to get their life back. They begin to function much better, and that is the foundation if we are going to change this world, if we are going to take a new path, you can say, and not keep following the religions or the electrosmog path. And so I will show you these exercises now. We cross our arms, and then we take our thumbs under the eyebrows and the 4 fingers on top of the eyebrows, and then we massage from side to side, and we do this about 30 seconds at least, or we can do it 1 minute if we like. It will not hurt anything, but we might be a little sore because we have all these acupuncture points here. It needs to be the cross movement, because that also connects the two sides of the brain. Then we go to the ears. We put the thumb inside the ear, or inside the flip, and the forefingers outside the flip, and then we massage, and also for about 30 seconds. This will actually make red ears, but it will clear the connections very well, and many people feel like a stream of energy flowing very much when they do these exercises with the ears. The last one has to do with the heart meridian, which goes here on the inside of the small finger, and we put it has to be from the side. Some do this, but it has to be like this. And then we put one finger upper lip, where we have like a channel into, and on the lower lip there's also a point where the small finger fit. And then we do this from side to side. It doesn't have to be very hard or something, just very easy. And then we change. We do it 15 seconds on each side. And it looks funny, so please tell people to do it at public places, because then we influence more people to start doing these exercises. Then we feel much more clear again. We feel much more aligned. We feel much more in balance. And the energy flows better in our brain. And that means we can actually cope with more information. We can have a wider attention span, because the attention span today is like so. With most people, they cannot really cope with much information today. Therefore, it can be difficult to cope with all the information you also do and spread and so. But if people become switched, then some big changes can come. So it's very, very, very important, because the switching state is really a change of the human consciousness. The human consciousness has been switched, and therefore people today are really beast-like, you can say. They are really very possessed by the beast, or very controlled actually. And what is funny, or not so funny, is that the churches actually used scalar wave technology long time ago, and probably still do, but they were also part of the mind control game. And the side effect from mobile phones and the wireless society today is technical scalar waves. So actually, this is part of the same agenda. The mobile phones are part of the same agenda as religions have tried to do all days long. So it's all part of the overall control agenda, and that's why it's so important about the mobile phones and wireless society that we get people to understand this, because it's no use if they know all the other things, but they are still mind controlled by the technology most people use every day, and a lot every day. So thank you for spreading this, thank you for paying it forward, and thank you for the great work you do. I will watch this again about the hidden dimensions in foreign affairs, that's for sure. Thank you very much for your great knowledge and for your great way of putting things forward. So it's very understandable. Thank you very much.